Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the Lee Mack Show. Please welcome this week's special musical guest, Martin Fry.
Thank you. If I was to say to you, can you keep a secret? Would you know just what to do? Oh, well, to keep it. Then I say I love you. Foul the situation. Hey, girl, I thought we were the right combination. Who broke my heart? You did. Go to the target, plan Cupid. You think you're smart. Shoot that poison arrow to my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. Shoot that poison arrow to my heart. Shoot that poison arrow. Thank you!
Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Fry! Accompanied by the wonderful Steve Brown. What have you been up to this week, Steve?
Not a lot. I've just been sat in my lonely bedsit, wondering if there's any point in carrying on.
Steve Brown, ladies and gentlemen! What a great week this has been. I woke up this morning, got a great review. Prompt and efficient payer, eBay. You see, I might not be the best comedian you'll see in the world, but there's one thing you can guarantee from me. If you buy a second-hand carburettor for a Ford Mondeo, you know it's going to be, and I quote, nicely packaged. I don't understand anything about cars, do you? I never understand what Jeremy Clarkson's on about, do you? If I said to you, shit hats for tango, you'd say excessive rear-end flange injection and overly keen knock-in valves. No, I wouldn't. I'd say, has it got a cup holder and will it make birds touch me willy? You see, the day that I buy a brand new car is when they've got the honesty to just do a real advert and say, the new Audi Doody, it's quicker than walking and you won't have to sit next to a pikey on the bus. Ladies and gentlemen, in accordance with BBC guidelines, the Lee Mack Show has always followed a strict policy of positive discrimination. You may remember that last week our regular guest, as usual, was Angela McHale from London. Well, being the politically correct, compassionate show that we are, we gave the elbow to that particular bird and brought in a foreign chick all the way from Bongo Land. Please welcome, from the People's Republic of Klakabekistan, it's my new sidekick, Jolanta Jorgen. Jolanta, lovely to see you.
I'm not sure about this.
Do the voice.
Oh, I am liking to be here very much on the Lee Mack Show. And many thanking you to be giving me and my family great chance of new life in England. You are great and kind men.
Don't be silly. Hero is too strong a word.
I didn't say hero.
Well, you should have done. Read it properly. Now, you were brought up in a very traditional East European religious community. How hard was it for you being a lesbian?
Oh, I see. I am a lesbian as well, am I?
Sorry, Jolanta, do you have a problem with positive discrimination?
Of course I don't.
So what's wrong with being a lesbian?
Nothing wrong with being a lesbian.
Good. Why don't you tell us in detail what kind of things that you like getting...
Don't push it.
So, Jolanta, a month ago, you and your family were sat shivering in a one-man tent. All you had to raise your hopes was a small gas heater and a picture of Sigourney Weaver. Now, look at you, standing there proud on your one magnificent leg.
I see, Jolanta, the one-legged Eastern European lesbian. I'm thinking maybe I'm preferring Angela, the two-legged Parma's green heterosexual.
Do you ever look at yourself, Jolanta, look at what you've achieved, what you've made of your life, and think, I really am the luckiest mixed-raced albino dwarf in the whole world?
I don't think this is working, is it?
Oh, hello, Angela. Where did Jolanta go?
Jolanta's had to rush off. Well, she's hopped.
Never mind. It's time to meet the next act. She's a Kinder, the bisexual Kenyan juggler.
No, she's not.
Hole Chung, the Vietnamese hermaphrodite mind reader.
No.
Jackie Hutch walks on a crutch.
Why don't you just bring on the real guest? He's Canadian.
Does that tick the ethnic minority box, or is that a disability?
Both, I think.
Perfect. Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome Phil Nicol!
Thank you very much, Lee. I'd like to sing a song that I wrote for Lee when I met him in Ibiza last summer. And Lee was sitting in a hot tub, covered in bubbles, being tickled by a guy in a gorilla's outfit with a banana. And, well, it wasn't a guy in a gorilla outfit, it was a big, hairy Spanish guy. And but he ignored me. And so I went away and I wrote some jokes, learned to play the guitar, went up to Edinburgh, won an award, and got on the show so that I could sing Lee this song. Lee, ratapatanto cantarene, ratato cantareno, ratato cantarene, I'm going to give you a very sleazy massage. I'm going to give you a very sleazy massage. I'm going to give you. You people are easily entertained, by the way. It's really nice, been a lot of fun living in England. One of the things I love is some of the music you get in Europe, you know. I don't know if you guys have heard any of that new Norwegian trip-hop. Have you heard any of that? No one ever believes it. The Norwegian trip-hop? It kind of sounds like this. De flotte sotter, de flute kur tomatesater, de kur tomate fluten karte saketurka. Så fluten de kur tomate fluten søter, hytten de fluten de kur tomate flaten kesirke kaka. Så fluten de kur til myrte flute sater, hytten de fluten de blad kur hatte myrte fluten sater, a high heels. Så platter, så fluten kur tomate sater, hytten de fluten kaka, de flytter, de myrter, de fluten de karte sater myrte, de flute hytten myrte flaten kur tomate. Ha ha ha, hi knock in his air. Ha 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 ha. Så platter styrt, så platten kuter, high heels, la fluten karte business starter, Lee Mack. Wow!
Phil Nicol! Here's a question for the audience, right? Now, does anybody know what the most amount of points you can get at Scrabble is on your very first go? Right? I'll tell you. It's 132 points. Do you know what that word is? Squeezy. It's a true story, that. My mate got it on the first go, and I was devastated. But I had the last laugh. Because in the next 3 goes, I had the letters that made up the words easy, peasy, and lemon. And I know what you're thinking, Lee, that's impossible to get all those letters in a straight line on a game of Scrabble. But I'll tell you what I told him. It's my bloody house. Ladies and gentlemen, yes. This is being sold to the Japanese market, so we're going to compass them on. Ladies and gentlemen, right. Oh, come on, Lee. Don't make it 70s and racist. Okay, I didn't do the sellotape. Ladies and gentlemen, right. Cut me some slack, hey? Ladies and gentlemen, it's time to meet our musical guest, Martin Fry!
It's the right one. It's the bright one. It's Martin Fry.
Ah, Martin. Heaven 17, Spandau Ballet, Human League, ABC. Which one were you in?
ABC. Do you remember the Look of Love?
Oh, yeah, of course. As far as I'm concerned, one of the greatest songs ever written.
Thank you very much.
2, 3, 4. The look
of love.
Your eyes.
That's not one of ours. That's Dusty Springfield. Our version of Look of Love was... That's the look, that's the look. The look of love. That's the look, that's the look. The look of love. That's the look,
The look of love. Look of love.
You don't fancy doing the Dusty Springfield one, do you?
No.
So, that's the look of love, is it?
Actually, technically speaking, the single's called Look of Love Part 1 because there was another track on the album we called Look of Love Part 4.
Sorry, did I just have a blackout? What happened to parts 2 and 3?
That's just the way we wanted to do it.
We?
The band ABC.
Well, you're obviously better at the alphabet than counting. So, why do you call yourself ABC? Was it so you could be at the front of the phone book, you know, like A1 taxis or Aardvark babysitters?
What are you talking about?
You know, give yourself the advantage if someone wants to hire a band for a wedding. Actually, I forgot about ABBA. Bloody crafty, those Swedes, aren't they? Anyway, moving on. You were born in 1939 and your real name is Mary Isabel Catherine Bernadette O'Brien.
I think you'll find that was Dusty Springfield as well.
I think I've been given the wrong info here. Did you die in the late 1990s?
No.
You sure?
Definitely.
Oh, here we go. Martin Fry. Now, people saw you recently on the popular BBC competition The Two of Us, where you sang with Gabby Roslin.
That's correct, yes.
When you were up there singing with her, be honest, weren't you wishing the show was called The One of Us?
She was fine.
Yeah, but to be fair, though, it didn't go great, did it?
We came 8th.
How many took part?
8.
Well, I watched it, and I don't think you deserve to be 8th.
Thank you very much. I couldn't agree with you more.
Because if you think about it, there weren't 8 people, there were 8 couples. So you shouldn't have been 8th, you should have been 15th and 16th. Out of 8. But there's no shame in that. I'm sure even Elvis or Frank Sinatra must have looked at themselves in the mirror now and again and uttered that immortal phrase, how the hell was I beaten by Nicky Campbell and that woman who presents GMTV? Now, when it comes to writing music, where'd you get your inspiration?
Smokey Robinson's always been one of my inspirations. That's why we wrote a song all about him and the miracles called When Smokey Sings. When Smokey sings, I hear violins.
Did you write that one for Gabby as well? You know, when Gabby croons, I hear kitchen spoons. I'm only joking, she wasn't that bad. In fact, to be honest, I had her down as 15th. Now, I believe you've just completed a very interesting job, haven't you, with a certain movie star?
Yeah, that's right. I've just finished acting as a voice coach for Hugh Grant in a new film in which he plays a singer-songwriter.
And, of course, you and Hugh have got a lot in common, haven't you? The floppy hair, the dashing looks.
I don't know about that.
Oh, come on, don't be hard on yourself. I'm going to be doing that in a minute.
OK, if you say dashing looks, who am I to disagree?
And, of course, famously, you both got caught red-handed on the backseat of a car with a prostitute.
No, I didn't.
I know, but it adds to the story. So, like, makes it interesting. Go on, just go along with it.
But it's not true.
Well, how am I supposed to do my gag about you shooting your poison arrow?
It's not my... It's not my problem. I've never been with a prostitute.
Actually, don't worry, I've got a way around it. Martin, I believe you recently toured with Robbie Williams.
That's right. We did do a lot of dates all around the country, and it was fantastic, yeah.
And, of course, you two have got quite a lot in common, haven't you? The floppy hair, the dashing looks, and neither of you have ever actually been caught with a prostitute.
No, we haven't.
So it looks like the police decided there wasn't enough actual proper evidence to prosecute you when you decided to shoot your poison arrow. See? That works.
Hang on a minute.
We haven't got time, Martin. It's time to do the werewolf sketch. Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Fry! It was a cold night on the Yorkshire moors.
Ba 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 dang ba dang ba ding a dong ding blue.
I can't believe you convinced me to do this. Walking around for 3 weeks with a rucksack on my back. I mean, what kind of idiot think that's a holiday?
Back home, this would count as a walk to the shops. Your problem is that you're lazy.
Listen, if that's your attitude, forget it. Put me down. I don't want a piggyback.
Hey, why don't we stop in this pub and see if we can get a room? The Rancid Sheep and Pig Swill.
That's a strange name for a pub.
That's not the name of the pub, that's the menu.
What's the pub called?
It's a Harvester. Let's go inside.
Phil, why has it all gone quiet?
Because you just opened and then shut the door. This time try actually going in the pub.
Oh, yeah. Right, I'll deal with this. The trick with these yokels is not to patronise them. Hello, everyone. We come from a big city many miles away and mean you no harm. In many ways, our world is like yours. My friend Philip is from a foreign land and flew here on a giant metallic bird.
To drink, could I just get a decaffeinated Americano with soy milk with a bit of froth and a sprinkling of cinnamon dust?
You've not been up north before, have you, Phil?
We don't do coffee.
What about jasmine tea?
Keep talking, Phil. I really want to get my head kicked in.
Ovaltine?
Hey, everyone. This young fella wants to know if we sell Ovaltine.
Oh, what's my mate like, eh? Everyone, I know a dirty joke about Ovaltine.
He means Horlicks.
Oh, yeah.
So, what have you got?
The local ale's called Bishop's Snot. It's fermented in the local traditional way by leaving a dead goat in the barrel for 6 weeks. And every Thursday, a dirty child has to spit in it.
Yeah, sounds lovely. Haven't you got anything else?
Budweiser.
2 halves of Bishop's Knot, please.
Halves?
Yeah, we're going to pace ourselves.
Not in here, you're not.
Pace.
Oh.
Hey, look at that. That's a weird thing to have on the wall of a pub, isn't it?
There's loads of things on the wall. Could be talking about the cigarette machine or the jukebox. Or that 5-pointed star painted in dried pig's blood.
It's witchcraft.
Witchcraft.
Oi, you!
Who?
You with the soft face and the soft hands.
Sorry, you're threatening me or chatting me up.
I hope you didn't say witchcraft.
No. I was just asking me mate which craft fairs he'd been to recently.
Hey, everyone! Looks like we got a couple of Nancy boys here who like to go to craft fairs.
Hey, guys! Can I just ask, why is there a 5-pointed star on the wall?
You made me miss the dartboard. I haven't missed that dartboard in over 30 years.
Oh, well, let's have a look what you would have won.
Go, lads! There's nothing for you here!
Aye, but just remember a very famous local saying. Part 1, stick to the path. And part 4, beware of the moon.
Great. Now where are we going to sleep?
Well, let's just keep walking and see if we can find a travel lodge.
Yeah, imagine. Hot shower, comfy beds, freshly cooked breakfast.
Okay, good point. Maybe not a travel lodge. What the hell is that?
It's probably just a coyote.
You don't have coyotes in England.
All right, a budgie. What the hell is it?
When you've eliminated the possible, do you know what's left?
Please say a big friendly cat with a box of chocolates.
Join us later for part 4.
Part 2, Martin, part 2. Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Fry!
Once upon a time when we were friends, I gave you my heart, the story ends. No happy ever after, now we're friends. Wish upon a star if that might help. The stars collided, you decide. Wish upon a star if that might help. What's it like to have love and to lose her touch? What's it like to have love and to lose that much? Well, I hope and I pray that maybe someday you'll walk in the room with my heart. Add and subtract as a matter of fact. Now that you're gone, I still want you back. Remembering, surrendering, remembering that part, all of my heart. I'm spilling up pink silk and coffee lace. You hooked me up, I rendezvous at your place. Your lipstick and your lip gloss seals my face. was a clock of gold at the end of the rainbow. That pleasure and pain, the sunshine and rain might make this flower grow. But I hope and I pray that maybe someday you'll walk in the room with my heart. Add and subtract, but as a matter of fact, now that you're gone, I still want you back. Remembering, surrendering, the kindest cuts the cruelest part. All of my heart, all of my heart, yeah. That maybe someday you'll walk in the room with my heart. I shrug and I say, maybe today you'll come home soon. Surrendering, remembering, surrendering that part. All of my heart.
So, what can I tell you? I've just come back from Thailand. Actually, not Thailand. Sock shop. Hey, you can groan, but any reaction counts. My dog's got no chin. What does he look like? Gail from Coronation Street. You prefer the Thailand one, didn't you? Meanwhile, back on the Yorkshire moors.
So what's the diagnosis, Doctor?
It's difficult to say. Toxolactic inflammation of the hypoglemic colleague. No, it's no good. I can't say it. Don't forget, if he wakes up, don't tell him his friend's dead. The shock might be too much. And start showing some professionalism, Nurse Jenkins.
What's that supposed to mean?
It means turn that Game Boy off.
Sorry.
Right, I'm off to get drunk. Page me if he kicks a bucket.
Help, help, it's the Wolof, it's the Wolof. It's the Wolof of love.
So our mystery man wakes.
Where's Phil?
Oh, he's gone. Back to America.
He's Canadian.
Sorry, not America. He's gone to the shops.
He's dead, isn't he?
I'm not allowed to answer that.
Well, is he alive?
No. But don't ask me if he's dead. I can't answer that.
What happened?
You were savaged on the Mowbrays. By a lunatic.
A lunatic? Do lunatics walk round on all fours dressed as wolves?
Yeah, they probably do.
It wasn't a lunatic. It was a werewolf.
There's no such things as werewolves.
Yeah, well, I remember being told once that there was no such thing as Chinaman.
Really?
Yeah, it's my dad. He was a bit mad.
You've had a nasty shock. I think you might be delirious.
I'm not delirious. I saw it with my own eyes. It was late. It was dark. We were hungry. We walked into a takeaway and there he was, stood behind the counter, wrapping a Savoy.
Not about the Chinaman, the werewolf. They found your friend on the moors and he was,
Dead?
Well, I can't say. But he wasn't breathing and his heart had stopped. And he'd gone to live with Jesus. Anyway, the point is, they found his body, but you weren't there. You've been missing for 3 days until they found you naked in the zoo last night.
That's ridiculous. I haven't done anything like that since 1987. Hey, it's the penguins' for.
Pervert.
I think you'll find him a pervert.
I'll go and get you some food.
Hi, Lee.
Phil, what are you doing here? You're supposed to be at the shops. So, how are you?
I'm dead.
Oh, don't worry, it's probably just a 24-hour thing. What's going on?
You're right, Lee. There was no lunatic on the moors. It was a wolfman. And now my dead soul is forced to walk the earth in limbo until the werewolf's curse has been lifted.
And how's your mum?
And it gets worse. Lee, I've got something shocking to tell you.
Well, you opened with I'm dead. Try topping that.
You were bitten. And you're carrying the bloodline. I'm afraid you've become a lycanthrope.
A what?
It's Latin for werewolf.
Effinus Helius.
There's no future for you, Lee. You have to end your life.
Sounds like that review in the last week's Observer.
Do it, Lee. Do it. You have to. Maybe I need to introduce you to some more of the undead. This is Brenda.
Hello, Brenda the Undead.
Hello, Lee. I hope my appearance doesn't shock you too much. I'm afraid you did this to me.
God, what happened to your face?
Nothing. I was bitten on the legs.
Oh.
You have to take your own life, Lee. It's the only way.
Let me introduce you to Mike.
Hello, Lee. Remember me?
Sorry, I'm terrible with faces. Apart from Brenda's, I'll never forget hers. Did I do this to you?
Yes. Not a pretty sight, is it?
No. You remind me of someone, I don't know who.
You trying to work out if I'm dead or alive?
That's it, Pete Burns.
Lift the curse. Take your own life.
Am I right in saying that no one's bought me any grapes?
It's too late. He's changing. I see a bad moon rising.
Someone stop him singing!
I
It's
see
not turning
trouble
into a wolf.
all the way.
Lee, can you still hear me?
Yes.
Do you know who I am?
Yes.
Can you save me money on my car insurance?
Oh, yes.
Okay, here's your food. Make sure you... Oh, God! What the hell is it? What happened to you? Sorry, can you stop doing that when I'm talking to you?
Oh, come on. You only a dog once. It's not every day you can reach him.
Step aside, nurse.
Who are you?
I'm Martin Fry, lead singer of ABC and part-time werewolf hunter.
This is turning into a really unusual day.
I just happened to be passing and thought I'd shoot this poison arrow through his heart.
Thank God you're here.
Yeah, it's brilliant to see you.
Aye, we can't thank you enough.
Who are you?
We're the Grateful Dead.
Don't worry, Martin Fry, lead singer of ABC and part-time werewolf hunter. You did the right thing. It's what he would have wanted.
Yeah, or live until I was 90 and surrounding myself with whores. It was always a close call.
And so the wolf was dead. Lee had sacrificed his life for the benefit of all mankind.
Oh, don't be silly. Hero is too strong a word.
I never said hero.
Read it properly.
I never said hero. And Phil no longer walked the icy
Are you
cold
pissed?
world.
That's twice you've said that. It's easy as A-B. What's the third one? C? Carry on.
I never said hero. And Phil no longer walked the icy cold world that is limbo. But he did go to hell because of his shallow, meaningless, and futile Canadian life.
That's lovely, thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, Martin Fry!
I see the bat moon on the rise, yeah. I see your trouble on the way. I see the earthquake and lightning. I see the bad times today. Come on! Don't go out tonight. Well, it's bound to take your life. There's a bat moon on the rise.
Ladies and gentlemen, you've been listening to the Lee Mack Show with Lee Mack, Phil Nicol and Angela McHale, with music from Steve Brown, Mark Ellis, Kevin Powell, Matt Backer, and this week's special musical guest, Martin Fry. It was written by Lee Mack, with Simon Evans and Paul Carenza, and produced by Will Saunders.
Yeah! Don't go around tonight. Well, it's bound